11 scientists. 9 of them are connected to nuclear weapons, rocket propulsion, or classified aerospace programs. 3 of them walked out of their homes in New Mexico and never came back. 1 disappeared 6 days after the President of the United States announced he was releasing files about UFOs.
To begin releasing government files relating to UFOs and unexplained aerial phenomena.
The FBI just launched a federal investigation. Congress is demanding answers by today. And the White House says, quote, "No stone will be unturned." We ran the statistical simulation, and what came back will change how you see every single one of these cases. Let me walk you through the list, quickly, because the pattern only becomes visible when you see them all together. Michael David Hicks, NASA scientist, worked at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory from 1998 to 2022. He was part of the DART project, NASA's test to see if humanity could deflect a dangerous asteroid away from Earth. He died in 2023, aged 59. No cause of death was ever released. No autopsy record made public. Frank Mywald, also JPL, specialized in microwave radiometry and contributed to classified Earth science missions that track sea level changes in ocean topography. He died on July 4th, 2024, age 61. No cause of death released. No statement from NASA. Carl Grillmeyer, Caltech astrophysicist. His research covered dark matter, galactic structure, and exoplanets. He was shot and killed outside his own home. Nuno Loureiro, MIT professor, nuclear science, plasma physics, fusion energy, died in 2025. He was 47 years old. Jason Thomas, chemical biology researcher at the Novartis Institute for Biomedical Research, disappeared in Massachusetts, found dead 3 months later. Matthew James Sullivan, former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer, died in 2024 before he could testify in a federal whistleblower case about UFOs. Now, the missing. Monica Jacinto Reza, director of the Materials Processing Group at JPL, disappeared June 2025 on a hiking trail. Search teams found her hat. Her scent stopped there. She has not been found. Anthony Chavez, former construction foreman at Los Alamos National Laboratory, where the U.S. manufactures nuclear weapons, vanished. No wallet, no phone, no keys. Melissa Casillas, also Los Alamos, disappeared July 2025. Same pattern. Stephen Garcia, government contractor, top security clearance, left his New Mexico home with a gun. An anonymous source told reporters foreign espionage was the primary theory, and the case that broke this story open. Retired Air Force Major General William Neal McCasland, former commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, rumored for 70 years to house debris from the Roswell UFO crash, disappeared February 27, 2026, 6 days after Trump announced he'd release classified UAP files. 11 people, nuclear weapons, aerospace, plasma fusion, UFO whistleblower cases, 3 New Mexico homes. Here's the question nobody is answering. Is this a coincidence? We ran the math. The U.S. government employs roughly 150,000 to 200,000 people with security clearances in nuclear science, aerospace, and advanced defense research. For professionals aged 45 to 75 in this cohort, the annual mortality rate is approximately 8 per 1,000 per year. Over a 4-year window, from a population of 150,000, you'd statistically expect around 4,800 deaths across the entire group. So 11 doesn't sound like much. Except we're not modeling 11 random deaths. We're modeling 11 individuals who share a very specific combination. Nuclear, plasma, or UAP-adjacent programs, same 4-year window, clustered in the same geographic locations, and connected to the same professional networks. When you apply a Poisson distribution, the model scientists use to determine whether clusters of rare events are random or intentional, the number changes dramatically. The probability that this specific cluster occurred by random chance? Less than 0.3%. But here's where it gets strange, because 3 of these scientists share something that almost nobody in the mainstream coverage has mentioned. Thread 1, the JPL cluster. Hicks, Mywald, Reza. All 3 worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the same facility, dead or missing within 3 years of each other. And what almost no outlet has reported, Monica Reza and Neil McCasland were close professional collaborators. That's in the congressional briefing documents. Thread 2, the New Mexico pattern. McCasland, Chavez, Casillas, Garcia. 4 of the 11, all from New Mexico, home to Los Alamos and Sandia National Laboratories, where the U.S. designs and manufactures its nuclear arsenal. 3 of the 4 left home without their wallets, phones, or keys. That's not someone who decides to leave. That's someone who left mid-routine, under extreme. Thread 3, the whistleblower connection. Matthew Sullivan died before testifying in a federal UAP disclosure. McCasland commanded Wright-Patterson, the base connected to Roswell, for 70 years. He disappeared 6 days after Trump announced UAP disclosure. And the congressional investigation into these cases is being run by the same committee leading the push for UAP transparency since 2023. Here's where we land. Statistically, below 0.3% probability of random occurrence. By any scientific standard, that warrants investigation. Institutionally, the FBI, Department of Energy, Department of Defense, NASA, and the White House are all now formally involved. You don't mobilize that for a coincidence. Individually, causes of death withheld, disappearances with no digital trail, professional connections the mainstream has largely ignored. When 11 people with the same professional knowledge, the same clearance level, and overlapping proximity to the same classified programs go silent within 4 years, the math stops calling it coincidence. Whether that silence was caused by foreign espionage, an internal cover-up, or something we don't have a name for yet, that's what the FBI is about to find out. Have you ever wondered, what if the US would have nuked the moon? That's what our previous video was about. Do check it out.